Good morning students, welcome you all. In the previous video also we discussed about electoral politics. We already know that what is politics, and so let us study about the electoral politics in the further way. Just want to revise, it is a field where we elect our representative by voting them. The more the votes, the more chances to win the election. So let's start. Now we are going to talk about what is our system of election. See children, this is very important to know about our system of election, as we are living in India and we are following the multi-party system. So this is very important because many choices are there in front of you and you should know that how the election is going on, what are the procedures are there. This is must to know. The Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha elections, as you all know, it holds in India after 5 years. These elections which held in Lok Sabha elections, this is called as general elections. It actually held everywhere together or within the few days. There are certain elections that are conducted in a particular constituency owing to the death or resignation of a member. This is called by-election. In any case, we did the election and because of some reason like death or some other resignation, now that place is vacant. So we are able to reset the elections or do re-elections will be there. That will be called as by-elections. Through that we will fill that seat by conducting the election systems. So general election and by-election, hope it is clear to you. Next, electoral constituencies. Now children, it is very important to understand first thing that our India, the whole country is divided into constituencies, group, division is there according to Lok Sabha seats. These seats are for general, for OBC, SC, ST, it is divided. So if I look about the country's division, so 543 constituencies are there. And the next division we are able to see, that is the state. It divides according to the this is assembly constituencies. So division of country is called constituencies and division of state is called assembly constituencies. Okay, let's start. The country is divided into electoral constituencies for both Lok Sabha and Legislative Assembly election. One representative is elected from the constituencies by what? Voter system, universal adult franchise, as we discussed. The country is divided into 543 constituencies. I am talking about the country divided into 543 constituencies for the Lok Sabha election. And the representative, those who are elected, we call them MP or Member of Parliament. Similarly, if I look towards the state, it's divided into number of assembly constituencies. Just remember it. And the representative selected from each constituencies, assembly constituencies, we call them MLA, that is Member of Legislative Assembly. One more question answers will be asked to you about how many divisions are there of the country, how many constituencies are there in the country. So 543. State constituencies, it changes as according to state wise. State to state it depends. So it is not specified. For Lok Sabha election, the country is divided into 543 and the representative elected from each constituencies, we call them Member of Parliament, MP. Reserve constituency. It's very important, as I told you, more diversity is there and the people are there, and as we are giving place to every being, every diversity in the parliament, so here we should have to go with the election procedure. In open electoral competition, certain weaker section of the society may not stand a good chance of winning because of influence of powerful sections. May it happens that the superior one will affect the inferiors or they will dominate. So this is what we are able to get it, that this is open electoral competitions. So weaker sections should not be dominated by the powerful sections. So certain rules and regulations are there under these procedures. Hence, our constitution makers, what they have did it, they have given concession specially to this weaker section through the reserve constituency, especially for the weaker section, so that they will also get chance to sit in the parliament and present their views. So it's very important to understand about it. Certain constituencies are reserved for people belonging to scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. In Lok Sabha, seats reserved for SC and ST. Children, just do the correction in your book as it is mentioned in your textbook. 79 and 41 for scheduled caste, 79, and for ST 41 seats. But as present current situation is there, like for SC 84 and for ST 47 seats reserved in Lok Sabha. Just do the changes, 84 and 47. These are in proportion to their population in the total population of the country. Even though there is a reservation for OBC, other backward classes as well, they may not have required resources education, contact to contest and win the election. As reservation is there, so 1/3 of population it is allowed to go for the elections. Now those who are going for vote, it's very important to, before conducting the election, who will vote. Looking after all the details of universal adult franchise, the Election Commission of India, they make the list of voters and specify that these people are going to give the vote, and this should be framed before elections. So we will talk about this. The list of the people who are eligible for voting is prepared by whom? Election Commission of India. One more question answer. This ensures that everyone in the country gets an equal opportunity to choosing the political representative as according to universal adult franchise. How many? What is the age required? 18 years. So regardless of person, a caste, creed, color or gender, every citizens of and above the age of 18 are eligible to vote. This is an important step. It is linked to the first condition of democratic election. Everyone should get an equal opportunity to choose their representative. So the voter list, which is also called as enrollment list. Enrollment. Different citizens different from one another in many ways. Some are rich, some are poor, some are highly educated, some are not educated. But these voter lists give chance to everyone equally. One vote, one value, not according to any discrimination. So the voter list, this is published or this is framed by Election Commission of India. Nomination of candidates. Nomination, it means those who are going to stand for the election. And Indian citizens, age should be minimum 25 years. But to give vote, 18 years. There are restrictions on the people with criminal records, but those are extreme cases. If they have any criminal records or any case files against the particular candidate, those who want to nominate for the government, politics, the person is not allowed. So it means that before filling nomination form, they should have to first deposit, security deposit should be there, and clear about this notification that there is no criminal record of the particular nominated candidates. Also, a legal declaration has to be made with the details of pending criminal cases against the candidate, assets and liabilities of candidate, and education qualification. This everything should be presented publicly, because this is what every being wants to know, the all assessing points of political leaders. Every candidate has to make a legal declaration giving his full details about whether the person has serious any criminal cases pending against the candidate, all their properties, their assets, their liabilities and their family members. Every record should be mentioned and publicly displayed. Education qualification of that candidate is also required. The above information should be made public so that the voters get opportunity on the basis of the information to vote for the deserve. Like if we are going to give vote, we should know everything about the particular candidate, those who are nominated. So we will choose the best one for our government. So in short, the voters are being counted and those who gets the highest vote, majority wins. This is what our system. So this is what we today discussed. So hope it is clear to you what election pattern is there, voting pattern is there. So this is what a short content which I discussed with you. Further we'll talk about it. If you have any doubt about this topic, please talk to me and send me your questions through the WhatsApp. Sure, I will let you about your queries. Thank you.